Rashad, why you didn't hit me up?
What's up, Rashad? Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
Brother, I love you, brother.
What's up, Rashad? What it do, boy?
Belated
Kobe Bryant. It was my cousin's birthday as well. My cousin Brent been on the channel before. He was on when Kyron Lacey passed, and we talked about a few other things and stuff like that. He been on the channel. I make sure y'all subscribe and support my brother, my cousin, actually. My cousin Brent, it was his birthday as well. So happy birthday to Kobe and Brent. But yeah, with that being said, I guess on his birthday, Kwame Brown just started like ranting about Tracy McGrady, because I guess Tracy McGrady's been saying a lot lately, like I rivaled Kobe like in the 2000s, and scoring wise they did. Like it was 1A, 1B of who was the best scorer in the 2000s between him and Kobe. In terms of overall actual player, I think it was Kobe, and it wasn't even close. Like Tracy was a great scorer, but Kobe was like all defensive team. He's one of the better defenders in the league. You know, obviously winning was the thing. T-Mac couldn't get out the first round in his prime and things of that sort. So, yeah, with that being said, Kwame Brown took it upon himself on his stream, on his YouTube channel. Y'all subscribe to Kwame Brown Bust Life, by the way, about Tracy McGrady.
Even he said you were lazy. You would get hurt in workouts. Nobody even touching your soft self. You getting hurt and cramping up and passing out in workouts. But you want to compare yourself to Kobe now that he dead. Why you ain't compare yourself to Kobe while he was alive, so he could talk about some of them workouts y'all had where he'll make you quit? Why don't you talk about that? Why don't you talk about when you and Bean used to work out together? You want to call him your brother. That Bean would make you quit, would make you say uncle. And now you want to compare yourself to him now that he can't defend himself. You little crybaby. You want to rewrite history. Well, if I was, imagine Kwame Brown saying that. Well, if I was to trade places with Kenya and went to play with Jason Kidd, where I could use my athleticism and just run and jump and dunk and then post up, I would, and not play with Gilbert Arenas, I would have been in a better position. Not play with Michael Jordan.
Not play with Gilbert Arenas is hilarious. All right. Sorry.
Would have been in a better position. Not play with Michael Jordan. You think I wouldn't have won? You don't get to do that, you crybaby. You not like that. You not in that status. Were you a hell of a player? Yes. Could somebody chuck you in the back and rattle you? Yes. Could they get physical with you and you quit? Yes. You had team after team and chance after chance, and you never stepped up to the plate. So it don't matter if you would have had Shaq. Shaq would have got hurt in the final. You would have got hurt right behind him. Oh, no. Tell the truth.
He ain't lying, bro. Kwame ain't lying, bro. People be getting on me because I defend Kwame Brown. People be getting on me because I defend Kwame Brown. Kwame be speaking the truth. Now, I don't believe everything Kwame says. Like, he be on some, like, high conspiracy stuff. Like, he brought on Judge Joe Brown, and a lot of times during the last election cycle, and he was calling Kamala all types of names. And I'm like, what does this have to do with the election? Like, this is counterproductive. This isn't even, you know what I'm saying? So, like, everything Kwame says or does, I don't co-sign. But the general thing of Kwame popping his stuff and talking back to people, I'm totally for it. And people say, I don't like it because he was quiet his whole career. Okay. Say you played a 13-year NBA career or whatever. Probably part of the reason why he lasted in the NBA so long is because he didn't say anything. If Kwame was complaining and responding to everybody that was calling him a bust or saying you trash, you this, you that, man, them teams wouldn't have given him chances. Excuse me. The Bobcats wouldn't have given him a chance late in his career to complete seasons 9 through 13 or however long it was and stuff like that. Kwame had a double-digit NBA season career, and it wouldn't have been the case if he would have been talking out in addition to being Kwame Brown. It would have been just a huge distraction, right? Like, we're seeing the same thing in football with Shador. Like, the whole Shador situation and stuff like that, it is what it is. But I think about it, I think one of the reasons why but he slipped and people didn't want to take him and this and that. It's because Shador is loud. Like everywhere Shador goes, it's Shador. Like the kids yelling, like he done went to the Eagles practice. The kids at the Eagles practice, Shador. He played the game, the preseason game today. He played all the way in the fourth quarter into the last 2-minute warning and stuff like that. And they let Huntley run the 2-minute drill. They won the game and stuff like that. They go into the locker room after the last preseason game. He the last quarterback pretty much on the active roster that's expected to make the 52-man roster. Who are they yelling for? They ain't yelling for the starter. They ain't yelling for Joe Flacco. They yelling for Shador. It's too much attention. It's too much attention for what you're getting, right? So it's like with Kwame Brown, it would have been too much attention if he would have been responding and talking the way he's talking now while he was playing. They wouldn't have given that man no 13 years in the league. And then because of that, you don't get your benefits, your lifelong benefits. You don't get this. You don't get your insurance. You don't get all of the above. Kwame had to do what he had to do to survive and continue to support his family for the rest of his life, generational wealth for the rest of his life, all of those things, right? So because of that, Kwame has the right to respond to people who've been talking about him and using him as a puncher bag publicly for 20 years. Kwame was drafted in 2001? And he didn't say anything until 2021 when Matt Barnes brought it up again on All the Smoke, and they started laughing. Yeah, Kwame Brown, bro, buzz, Kwame Brown. And he responded, now Kwame the bad guy? Nah, forget that, bro. Kwame is retired. He was minding his business in the middle of Warner Robins, Georgia, and won't nobody this and that. Now he respond to everybody, make some money off of it, make a whole nother name and a media career off of it. And he, like SSB was talking about with Tracy, a clout chaser, but people put the clout chaser label on Kwame. Kwame was bothering nobody. He was just doing YouTube as a hobby, whatever. Woo. It goes viral because, he responded to Matt Barnes and them on All the Smoke 20 years after the fact, after everybody started making fun of him. And then he started responding to everybody that said something about him. Stephen A., Gilbert, this person, that person. He started responding to all of them. He starts responding to all of them. Now he's a bad guy. Now he's a clout chaser. Now he's lame. He's whack. He's this, that. All right. I'll let y'all be in a situation where y'all getting taught about 20 years in a row as a punching bag, as a running joke of whatever industry you work in, and then see if you ain't going to say nothing. Especially if you get paid to respond to them. Man, what? Shout out Kwame Brown. Keep doing your thing, man. Kwame Brown Bust Life. Subscribe right now, bro. And this is the last thing, bro. This is a stand-up.
Rashad, why you didn't hit me up?
What's up, Rashad? Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
Brother, I love you, brother.
What's up, Rashad? What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.